What's going on, pros? This is Mike with another Dirty Promotions video. This video is actually going to be a review, a little bit outside, but still inside in the world of window film, PPF, those plastic film applications. What I wanted to talk to you about and actually discuss is reviewing some of the shoes that are considered to be very good for our industry as far as window film applicators are on their feet pretty much all day applying window film. PPF guys, some on the a lot of it on their feet, obviously, some on the ground, that kind of stuff. So what kind of shoes, what kind of attire as far as the shoes go, would I recommend, being that I've actually used some of these and bought them for only of the reason of reviewing them. I've been a shoe fanatic guy for a long time, but only until recently. I mean, since I was in high school back in the day, I really liked good looking shoes and stuff. And back in the day, of course, they used to make them with real leather and all that kind of stuff. And nowadays, everything is pretty much turned composite and all that. So sifting through a lot of different shoes and the quality and all that is sometimes a little bit hard. And Google is very helpful with that because you can Google some of the information, but then you have to try them out and kind of verify what Google said. And so that's some of the things that I've done. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and see the shoes that I selected that to me are, as far as I've tried, the best for our industry. And one of the ones that I did, or I'm going to review, that I did use is the Hoka Mach, the oncloud flyer, and the third one that I actually had that I hadn't mentioned before I did my posting that I was going to review them was going to be the brooksghost. So let's go ahead and check them all out. We can start with, let's say, the one that's closest to me is brooksghost right now. This is a shoe that I bought, and all the shoes that I actually buy, my deal of using them, the extent of the review has to do with me using them running, because I do exercise, calisthenics, and all that for my health. So I use them for running and then shop use. And it's more than a day, more than two, because running I have to break the shoe in and get it comfortable to my foot the way that it wants to sit and whatever inside the shoe. So this right here is the Brooks Ghost. And let me go ahead and weigh them in front of you so you can kind of get an understanding how much they weigh. This one right here, 11 ounces. And this one right here, let me get my paperwork with me real quick. You can find these and look at them online and see what's going on with that. And you can ascertain or kind of like see if what I'm saying is kind of a little bit on the correct or not correct, right? You can find these under brooksrunning.com. That's their website online, so you can go and check them out and see what kind of things you like. So right off the bat, when I wore these, they felt very, very, very good to my feet almost immediately. I did use them for running and shop use and all that. They seem to be very well made, and as you already know, most of today's shoes are kind of like made overseas and different parts of Asia and stuff. That's not a surprise. That's just where they're made, all of them. And I think I kind of looked at all these, and they're all made the same area. And all the shoes that I'm going to be reviewing are in about $140, $150 range. They have some more expensive, like the Gore-Tex, waterproof and all that kind of stuff. So I reviewed something that would be similar into the most comfortable wearing shoe, and not only for running, but also for the shop use, standing around, tinning, PPFing all day long. Brooks Ghost, very well made that I could see. Something that is a very big deal to me when I wear shoes is that this right here has to be pretty good and strong, that it doesn't collapse when I'm trying to put my shoe on, that it doesn't collapse all the way in and all that kind of stuff. This seems to be, Brooks seems to actually get what it takes to be a quality shoe for running and both for wearing all day long. And the only thing that I found when I went to the website is that the shoe selection is kind of like, that's really on the low side. They don't have a lot of good. Whoever does their designs on the color combos and this that kind of like, don't like it a lot. A lot of people wouldn't be caught dead wearing their shoes in Starbucks to the mall and stuff like that because they were made specifically. I can concur that for running and for wearing all day, they're extremely comfortable. Very, very good. I mean, it really supports your foot very well. And some people ask me, dirty, I'm a wide foot and whatever. Every single model of this is going to come with either a wider for the shoe, and some are not. And that's just the way it is for a lot of these because not too many people are too many wide on the thing. So when they mass produce these things, they kind of mass produce what most of the people are using, which is like the regular size, I guess, right? So this right here, and you can see pretty much what I said, made in Vietnam. This right here, very nice and all that kind of stuff. But for me overall, for wearing in the shop, for doing your running and all that, and people have used Brooks Ghost, maybe you might have the same idea of what I'm saying. Super, 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 super comfortable. Very good, supportive, and all that kind of stuff. So you really feel like you're in a cloud with this kind of stuff. Okay, so this is the very first shoe that is mine. Running about 3-4 days, kind of like I give them a week muscle menos each one of them. So this right here is one of the ones that I reviewed. I'll tell you how much how it fared a little bit later. As you saw, 11 ounces per shoe. There it is. Put it to the side. Second one that I'm going to show you is the oncloud. This is called a cloud flyer, and let me get that info on that one. So this right here, you can find them on the internet under on/running.com, on/running.com, onrunning.com. So that's what it is. So this is the oncloud flyer. I think I went to the website, and this is about $160. So kind of like still in the range of what we're looking at. And we can see the weight on this guy right here, 11 ounces. So pretty much almost identical to the Brooks running shoe. I did go to the website and found something that was very pleasing to me. One of the things that a friend of mine, Nizo Mike, told me a long time ago is that you can have a muscle menos good shoe or good product, but have excellent marketing, and you're probably going to win most of the time. And I think that is the thing with the oncloud, that these guys, as you can see their branding, somebody sees you from the back, they're going to see the branding. Somebody sees from the side, they're going to see the branding. Somebody sees you from the front, they're going to see the branding. So it's branded very, very well. And this is not a totally attractive shoe per se, but this is the one that I got that I thought it was okay, and the price point being with the other ones about 140, this is 160. So and the same thing. You can see here it can say all this marketing guru, Swiss engineering, but at the end of the day, it's still made in Vietnam. Clearly says there. And when I wore these and I ran and on a daily, they felt okay. They didn't feel like they didn't feel special. They just felt like any other $40 shoe, $60 shoe. But the marketing is unreal. The color scheme that it has for women and men is unfucking real. They have beautiful colors. Just like I said, this is a very typical Mickey Mouse color. But if you go online to the on-running.com, you will find beautiful colors. This is the reason that a lot of people wear these, and you're going to find them in Starbucks, customers, the mall, any other fancy places, the track, and all that kind of stuff. But these are just not the best shoe as far as how they feel, how they, just general feeling of hugging you, grabbing you. The platform itself has a lot to do, I found out right away. When you step on something and you feel the platform, it has valleys and this and that and whatever. When you feel that kind of stuff, then you kind of like, goes back to a regular or whatever shoe. When you step on something and you feel like you're stepping on a marshmallow, and it kind of like one of those memory foam kind of things, and just your shoe, your foot sinks into something so perfect and comfortable, that right there is the feeling I'm talking about. And this doesn't have it, but it does have top-notch branding, top-notch marketing. Their color scheme is beyond awesome. So these you could be caught at a lot of places. This is a great conversation starter. They're not waterproof, but every single brand that I am kind of like talking about today and reviewing, they do have a waterproof line and all that kind of stuff. And some people say, hey man, I'm a tinter, so if they're not waterproof, I don't want it for me. Like, okay, don't be so melodramatic. I understand that none of these shoes that don't have to be waterproof. I'm not sure why you want them to be waterproof. Like, hello, you have a t-shirt and you sweat and the t-shirt is not waterproof. You still wear it. You know, to me, it's a badge of honor having water or dirt, this, that on your shoes, because that tells people, hey man, I've been working or I've been doing this. If you want like baller shoes, then buy 2 pairs, a real pretty color, leave it in the closet. When you go to Starbucks or the mall or some other fancy places, well, that's your a conversation starter shoe. But as far as the work shoe, that's what I'm reviewing. I'm reviewing a work shoe that you could bring to your tint bay, mobile tinting, this, that, whatever, and you're gonna feel comfortable and beyond comfortable all day. So this right here, let me go ahead and take this little thing out from the inside, and you can see again what I meant about the marketing. Is very pretty. There's a little sticker I haven't taken off. It's some plastic, and I did browsing around on the website. I did find that additionally, one of the things that oncloud did as part of their great marketing thing is that I think it says that 44% of this material, 44% of the content of this material is recycled. So to the new gen individuals nowadays, all the new generation, it's very appealing to have a company kind of like, or at least allude to the fact that they're looking out for environmentally friendly, recycled component products. And of course, they come through with this type of shoe saying that it applies here on this shoe. So that's pretty great for the marketing and all that kind of great stuff. So this is the oncloud, and we looked at it again, 11 ounces. I think this is oncloud flyer that I kind of saw. Let me see if it's correct on my notes here. Yeah, oncloud flyer, and I think I said this was about 160. So there it is. I got my pair right here. I did wear them for a week, and again, the same scenario, running, doing all my calisthenics and all that kind of stuff, and using them at the shop and using them at a daily and this and that and whatever. They're kind of dirty and dingy. They buy them new, but of course I do, you know, they are for work. They're intended for work. And well, they're going to get the review. The thing is, one of the drawbacks that I did find is that this right here, as a matter of fact, there it is. This thing is a little bit too big, that I pick up some big rocks in here that get stuck in here, and then when I'm in the building, I can feel something grinding, and sometimes I can feel it all the way to my thing that I know I got something stuck in the bottom. And that's one of the downfalls of this design, that when I went to the website, a lot of their shoes are actually designed this way, and that's the only thing. If they're made for running, and I do run in a track, but eventually in the track you might find something caliche or this, that's going to get embedded, and that's going to make you stop. Something's bugging me in the bottom of the shoe, and you're going to find some big old thing stuck in there. So that's one of the drawbacks that I found on this one, besides not feeling that cloud feeling that they say that it is. But I'm glad that they say it, because marketing wise, intelligent, the color scheme intelligent, wonderful, the 44 recycled content, all that kind of stuff makes people really go out there and say, man, this one, people saying, raving about this on the internet or whatever. And because they were raving about it on the internet, when I posted about the Hokas that I'm going to review next, I said I got to try these, and I did, and I wasn't all that satisfied, but I am satisfied with their marketing and all the things that I just spoke about. Let me put them here to the side. Last ones that I'm going to review, and before I even go into my review, let me take one of my shoes off. This right here, I had to wear it today because I couldn't wear none of the other 3 shoes that I that I'm going to be using in my review. So this guy right here, 11. These are supposed to be like really, really, really comfortable and this and that. But you know, the fabric is kind of like fabric on top of some good gummy bottom. This is beyond awesome for using for tinning, this, that. But the thing is that it's not $140. So this to me is overpriced and not delivering anything that they should be in the sub 140. You know, this right here, remember I told you about arch support and all that kind of stuff. It don't have it. It's kind of like, you know, that's the way these are made. So kind of like a sandal on steroids, pretty much. This is awesome, but a lot of the installers do complain that blades go through them and blah blah or this that. Well, yes. So that one of the reasons that you might not want to wear them in the shop necessarily all the time. I did before, but before I stumbled upon, you know, wanting to wear other stuff that, you know, other than these, I said, let me try those 3 other brands that people were talking about, and lo and behold, I have a new love in my life, and it's not this one necessarily. This one I'm wearing today, and this is a great conversation starter at Starbucks if you want people to, hey man, so these are nice, these are cool, blah, blah. Other than that, but for the shop and all that, let's go ahead and stick to the products that I'm reviewing. So that's it. So if people want to know, hey man, I seen you with your Yeezys on your tinning and this and that, well, here they are, but you know, there's some better shoes than that are way better bargain for sure. Okay, the last one is right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this little piece of tape off. All right, Hoka Mach. Right there. Mach is a particular type of brand. Mach, I guess, means speed or running or I don't know, something like that. Mach, something, you know, like a car, something. So Hoka, Mach, and this right here is a color that was okay with me because obviously I'm a tinter. I'm in debate a lot, blah, blah. So I don't like in white or whatever because then they're going to look dingy and stuff like that. So these guys right here, let's put them right off the bat. Put them right there. They weigh an amazing 9 ounces. And there is a big difference that I'm going to talk about. This, you can see the material, also cloth material, very similar to what you already saw here on Oncloud. This is cloth, breathable material. This is kind of like semi-breathable or something like that. And this is rubber, like rubber. This one has just that cloth material, the new wave stuff that very breathable, cool, and all that kind of stuff. And I did talk about this arch support right here that is very important for me when I slip on my shoes and whatever, that this doesn't collapse and it actually does something for me in the back and all that kind of stuff. And this one is superbly heavy duty in that department right here. 9 ounces, I still can't believe that such a shoe of this quality and caliber only weighs 9 ounces. Even the Yeezys, I just put them right now, and the Yeezys are like 11, and Z's are like still like less weight, but a lot of higher quality components atop this. Okay, so this guy right here, what I loved about it is as soon as you put your shoe in it, your foot in it, I'm sorry, into the shoe, you feel like everything's kind of like distributed in a thing that you feel like you're in a cloud. You feel you're stepping on a marshmallow. It's just beyond, I can't really comprehend. So I wore these and I wore the other ones and I said I don't want to discriminate, let me wear this again, let me wear that again. And I wore everything back and forth, running the shop here, walking to the post office, which is about 4 blocks away, blah blah blah. All the things that would make my foot kind of like mold into the thing as perfect as possible for the longest amount of time, and then see what's going on, right? So these guys right here superbly perform so well. I went to the website and these have a lot of variety. They got the colors going on, they got you know, the colors and the waterproofing and some of the wide, you know, some people want the wide. So the oncloud to me is the best website. Then Hoka comes into them distant second. The Brooks, horrible on the website. The shoes, like I said, I would be caught dead with them at Starbucks. But for running, for the shop, for this or that, 100% yes. And that's what I'm reviewing today. So let everybody, you know, if you guys want a little bit of fashion and a little bit of the shop kind of thing, these and the oncloud are going to be the Brooks. If you kind of dig those colors, old timers like myself, we don't like those new flashy colors and whatever. but a lot of the new gen and new guys do. So they got their onclouds, they got their Hokas, beautiful colors, beautiful marketing, everything is beyond awesome. These are the lightest ones of the bunch. These are, to me, the frame. To me, the whole framing means the whole bottom here. It seems to be like, it seems to be super. This foam or rubber, whatever it is, it seems to be very tough, but at the same time, these guys right here in the bottom, which are, you know, to me, are like the most comparable frame, which is this bottom, to the ProFly is this guy right here. But these guys, you can see a little bit less of the hard, but they're just super, super soft. And they hug you and do everything the marshmallow that I did. But these do it just a little bit better. And this framework is just, to me, it feels like it's just a tad more firmer than this, but it doesn't take away from the cloud, the hugging, the marshmallow, that kind of look. I think it's $140 or something, I believe, that, or 160, something like that. Hoka Mach. There are a bunch of other Hokas, but they all have the same type of, if you look at the website, they'll have this type of framework here at the bottom, the suspension at the bottom. And that happens to be the backbone of this particular shoe, happens to be the backbone of the quality of this shoe. And unfortunately for this guy, this happens to be a detriment, because this right here is the one that I'm telling you, you can feel that there is a little bit of lacking of, you put them on and they're going to be very comfortable, they're going to be this, they're going to be that, but not the marshmallow perfection, not necessarily the cloud. But if you guys that are used to wearing $20-$40 shoes and whatever, it's going to be very comparable to this guy right here. So therefore, these are going to be perhaps the cutest and best looking in colors and marketing of all the brands. But in my ranking of how you actually would use a shoe in a tent bay, the comfort of this, that kind of stuff, ranks in third. This guy right here, running, shop, this, that kind of stuff. There are other colors that are grays and blacks, appropriate for our shop, because of, you can see right away, I mean, I don't like the dinginess. I would prefer it to be like not too noticeable, perhaps in a gray or something like that. That's the reason that I stress I don't like the pastels, the lighter colors, whatever. But this one for the shop, the running, standing all day and beyond, came in number 2. Same price. These guys right here, above and beyond, not only were they the best, I would really expect to pay a lot more money for this. So these are beyond being a value. I think they're you're paying less money for the quality of the actual shoe and the colors, availability, and marketing, blah blah. There are more expensive Hokas, don't get me wrong, there's 200, 225, but for the same types of shoes that I'm reviewing, these guys are above and beyond. I think they're underpriced. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So if you guys would like absolutely the best shoe for the money can buy, and even a value or even underpriced, it would be this one. If you guys want the very best shoe to wear to Starbucks and blingy and all that kind of stuff, that's okay, then this probably would be the guy, because of, you know, the recycled content, marketing, blah blah blah. And the same here. Shop shoe, running, standing all day, all that kind of stuff. So number 1 right here, that's my ranking right there. Number 2, and then these guys came at last. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you have any other shoes that you think merit some type of stuff, we will do a second review, shoe review later. I will have to buy them and use them and then reuse everything and kind of go back again and do this kind of stuff. Onrunning.com is for the onclouds. Brooks Running, all one word, brooksrunning.com is going to be for your Brooks Ghost, this particular model that I reviewed, Brooks Ghost. And then the Hoka Mach, and that's hoka.com. You can find everything you need. There's I think the Hoka and the onclouds have other attire, you know, other stuff other than shoes and stuff like that. I'm not sure about the Brooks, but the Brooks has the worst looking shoes and the website and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that is the review. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time. Have a wonderful afternoon.